Hello everyone, welcome back to channel. First of all, I'm sorry for dumb. I didn't public publish the video from last week. I don't know what happened. I actually uploaded them to YouTube, but some kind of mistake happened. I'm going to fix it tonight. The 19th now, so we're going to fix it tonight. But either way, just continue what we did last week, which was basically inequalities. I'll continue explaining this topic. Let's go. Let's do number 9. So Peter has spent $100 on drinks for his party. Bottles of lemonade cost $2 each, and juice boxes cost $0.5 each. If X is the number of bottles of lemonade, okay. So X X is the lemonade. So X goes with $2, and Y, and let me use another color, and Y is the number of use of boxes, which goes with $0.5. So Y goes with $0.5. Which inequality models this situation? So basically, let's reread the problem and analyze it with our words. Or let's do something really simple first. We said that X is the lemonade and Y is the juice. So X goes with $2, which is the cost of the lemonade, and Y goes with $0.5, which is the cost of the juice. So we can see this. X is going with 0.5, which is not what we want. This is reverse. So for now on, we know that it's not either A or B. Now we need to figure it out between C and D, which has the right amount. Now, we see that Peter has $100. So he has $100, which means he can spend either amount from $0 to $100 for his party. So if I see this says that the amount of juices, basically this says that this is the amount of juices or and drinks, etc. Or I mean juice and lemonade, the way. So this is the amount of juice, and this is the money. So if he can spend up to $100, it means that this the amount of drinks buy, like the amount of drinks bought for him, needs to be less or equal, because you can spend up to 100 dollars. So it means that C is the right answer. Now D is not the right answer because he cannot spend, for example, $101, because it's saying that it's greater than 100. He doesn't, like, if he has $100, he cannot spend 105, 200, 1,000. Either way, like, he cannot spend more than 100. So D is not the answer. Now let's see number 10. Kevin wants to purchase at least 2 pants. So at least 2 pants and 5 chairs, okay, from a local clothing store. The cost of each pant is $19, and the cost of each chair is $8. If P is the number of pants, so P goes with $19, right? Yep, P goes with $19. S is the number of shares, so S go with $8. Which inequality correctly represents the minimum amount of money he should carry? Okay, first of all, let's see something. He says that he wants to buy at least 2 pants and 5 chairs. So he wants to buy at least 2 pants, 2P. Wait, I'm going to do something here. I'm going to put an equal sign. and 5s. So 2 pounds and 5 shares. Now we see that each pound is 19. So this is the same as 2 times 19. And each share is 8. So this is the same as 2 times 8. So the amount of money he needs for the pounds is 38, while the amount of money he needs for the shares is 40. And 38 plus 40 equals 78. So he needs at least $78. So you can say this is not, this is not. So these are out. Now, why 78? Because he said that he wants to buy 2 pants and 5 shares. So he obviously is going to need like the money for those 7 things. I hope you guys understand that. Now, let's see the difference between C and D. Oh, this is kind of an easy one. As you can see here, P goes with 19 and S go with 8. So this is obviously wrong. Our answer is C. And yep, that's basically it for this problem. Now let's see 11. You can sell at most $2 at the market. Oops. Apples cost 0.35 each and pears cost 0.75 each. Let X be the number of apples. So X goes with 0.35 and Y be the number of peers. So Y goes with 0.75. Write an inequality that represents the number of apples and pears you can buy. So basically, let's see this. I know that X is with 0.35 and Y is with 0.75. So this is wrong because they are inverse. Like X is with 35, not 75, and Y with 75, not 35. So that's obviously wrong. Now, what about between A and B? This is basically not like number 9, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's like number 9. But now you have like a kind of a hint because in number 9 you didn't have one. It was just like basic common sense, kind of, basically. But now you have a hint. It's saying that at most. And at most just means that you cannot buy more than $2. Also, if you have $2, it's impossible to buy more than that because you're not going to be able to pay it. So in this case, A is wrong because it's saying greater than 2. And greater than 2 would just mean like you're buying like $3 or $4 or 201. Either way, is greater than 2 and you cannot afford it. So that's the importance of the at most. And now it's saying that less than or equal. So you can buy any number between 0 and 2. So that which is like basically what it means and but what we can do. So that's the reason. That's our answer. Now let's see 12. Aisha is selling brownies and cookies as a fundraiser. She wants to set her goal of $100. Is the price okay? Wait, let's see something. He wants to exit. Okay, exit. Keyword, important keyword. If the price of each brownie B is 250, so B goes with 250, $2.5. And the price of each cookie C, so C is $1, which inequality represents Aisha's goal. So first, let's see the easy part. B is with 0, 2.5, and C is with 1. So this is wrong, this is wrong. And we have left F, A and B. And now, this is kind of an interesting question because we are identifying if the 100 should be included or no. Now, she wants to exceed her goal of $100. As you can see here, um, it is saying that she wants the fundraiser by exceed just means to be greater than. She wants her money, like her fundraising, to be greater than her initial goal of $100. So she doesn't want it to be $100. She wants it to be more. So I think that the answer should be C, not A, because you want the fundraiser to be greater than, to exceed that $100. So it should be C. I hope you guys understood what I'm saying. So that the money recollected could be more than 100 basically. Let's see, 13. An ounce of gold, G, costs $675. So G goes with $675. And an ounce of silver, S, costs $17. So S goes with 17. Devon wants to make a brass bracelet that combines both metals and costs less than 500. Less than 500. Write an inequality that represents this situation. First of all, this less than 500, I'm just going to say less than 500. Now, we have everything we need. We say that 675 goes with G, plus, because we are adding both metals together, 17 goes with S, and we want it to be less than 500, so it's going to be less than 500. So I'm going to write it here. 675G plus 17S is less than 500. Yep, that's our answer. That was pretty straightforward. Let's see the next one. A high school club is selling boxes of popcorn and boxes of cookies for a fundraiser. Each box of popcorn is sold for $3, and each box of cookies is sold for $4. The clubs want to raise at least $600 from all sales. So I will say that this at least is telling me that the minimum number it can be is 600, but it can be 600. Like it is possible to be 600. So I will say that it's going to be greater than or equal than 600, but it can be any number, like greater than 600 or 600. So greater than or equal to 600. Now, the number of boxes of popcorn sold and S. Wait, I'm sorry. If P represents the number of popcorn sold, so if P go for popcorn, then P goes with $3. So $3. 3.0, only 3. And S represents the number of cookies sold. So S go with $4. Write an inequality that represents the number of boxes of popcorn and the number of boxes of cookies that need to be sold to reach the goal of earning at least $600. So basically, we have everything we know, everything we need. We just put 3P plus 4S because popcorn that is $3, cookies is $4. So and then it needs to be at least 600, including the 600, since that's the minimum amount they are looking for. We're going to say greater than or equal the 600, which is basically what we determined before. Now let's see 15. And you can spend at most 5.50 at a fair. So at most is kind of the at least, but in the opposite way. So it's like you have $5 with 50 cents with you. Basically, you can buy anything up to $5 with 50 cents. So I'm going to say that it's going to be less than or equal to 5.5, because you can like basically do anything you want in that range. Now, rights cost 0.5 and games cost $2. Let x be the number of rights, so x goes with 0.5, y the number of games, and y goes with 2. So we again have everything we need. Okay, so I'm going to say 0.5x plus 2y. Since it is at most, we are going to say that it needs to be less than or equal. So less than or equal than 5. Now, which is the following combination of rice and game can you afford? Select all that apply. So basically, I'm just gonna do this. I will say one ride and one game. And we can use either the equation or just logic. I'm just gonna use the equation. I'm gonna use both. So one ride will be 5 times 1 plus one game will be 2 times 1. Oh, this is 0.5, sorry. And we are going to add this together. It will be 0.5 plus 2, so 2.5. And yeah, that's true. It is less than 5.5. So we are good. Let's see the next one. 0.5 minus 2 plus 2 times 2. As you can see, this is going to be 0.5 times 2 is 1, and 2 times 2 is 4, so 1 plus 4 is going to be 5. 5 is still under 5.5, so we are good. Let's see the other one. 3 right, so 0.5 times 3 plus 2 times 2. So it will be 0.5 times 3 is 1.5 plus 4, it will be 5.5. And as I told you before, he has the 5.5, so he can spend actually the $5.5. So we're still good. So these three are good. Now let's see the next one. 0.5. Oh wait, I'm gonna use logic this. So if you kind of didn't get the equation, but you actually got this part, you can say, okay, I know that each ride is 0.5 and I know that each game is $2 because that's exactly what the problem says here, you know? So for you to not get confused, you could say, okay, each ride is 0.5, so I will say 0.5 times 3 is basically the same, but either way. I know that each game is 2, so I will add 2 times 3 because $2 in 3 games. So this will be 1.5 plus 2 times 3 is 6, so 1.5 plus 6 is 7.5. And you can say that it is more than the maximum value you could spend. And you only have $5.5. You cannot spend 7.5. So that's way over the range. And that's not what we need. That's not what we're looking for. And in this case, more or less the same, if I'm not mistaken. So 0.5 times 4 plus 2 times 2. 0.5 times 4 is 2. And 2 times 2 is 4. So 2 plus 4 is going to be equal 6. And this is basically the same. The maximum we can spend, the most we can spend is 0.5. And 6 is way beyond the range. So this is not what we're looking for. Now let's see the next one. Which is the graph of the inequality negative x less than 2? So first of all, so it's easier to actually graph. I will say I will divide both sides by -1. Divide both sides by -1. So I will get x divided by -1 minus divided by minus is just positive. And 2 divided by -1, they have different signs, so we keep the negative signs, and 2 divided by 1 is 2. Now, since we are dividing by a negative number, we need to change the sign. So before it was less, now it needs to be greater than. So it will be x greater than -2. Basically, it's important to always be careful with this, so you guys don't make any mistake with that. Yep, that's basically it for that. Now, if we're looking for this graph, it just means that any number greater than -2, so any number to the right of, of -2, and we can see here, and this is in the y-axis, not in the x. So in this case, it will be y something -2. And we are not looking for that. We're looking for something that is like this, something that is intersecting the x-axis. So this is not my answer. And the same for here. Now, the tricky part is the sign. As you can see here, both are in the negative axis. In the x, both are in the -2. But only one is right. The reason is that we're looking at any number greater than -2. So it will be any number to the right. So making this graph wrong and making this one the answer, because we're looking for any number greater than 2, like 3, 4, 5, 1, any of this number. And yep, that's our answer. Let's see the next one. Graph the following inequality. In this case, we know that it's going to be in the y-axis because it's y something. So we don't have a slope, so it's just a tri-line, a horizontal line. And as you can see here, this is going to be -2. Since we don't have a slope, but the slope is 0, it's just a horizontal line. Oh wait, my bad. As you can see here, it has not the equality, like it's just greater than 2. So we cannot do a continuous line. We need to do it like this. And also, we know that it needs to be greater than -2. So in this case, it needs to be over -2. So I'm going to say this. And yep, that's the answer, basically. Let's see another one. Which is the graph of the inequality? Okay, first what I would do, as you can see here, I don't know if you guys like can actually say it, but it basically means y minus y1 is less than or equal m x minus x1. This is basically a formula, so we can assume that the point here is going to be -2, -2, and the slope will be 3, because that's basically what the formula is. But if you don't see that, I always recommend writing in actual linear, the normal way which is basically y mx plus b. But so if you say it that way, you will only say, okay, y plus 2 less than or equal 3 times x 3x, 3 times 2 6, and then I subtract 2 from both sides, and I get y less than or equal 3x plus 4. And that's the answer, basically. Um so we can graph that, like if you can see that, we're going to look for a 4 in the in the y-intercept. So this is not an option because it's -4 instead of 4. And this also not an option because of the same. Now we are looking for less than or equal, so it needs to be under the 4, which basically occur here. So this is the answer. Now I know this is not the answer because it's greater than. Now using the point, like ignoring the actual y equal mx plus b, and using the point, I would say, okay, negative 2 comma 2, wait, negative 2 comma negative 2, and I see here that this is actually part of the line. And in this, like, these are the only two that actually, the negative 2 comma negative 2 is part of the line. So that's another clue to see it. Now we say that it needs to be less than or equal than the x, like the y needs to be less than or equal. So I know that it needs to be under, and that's the reason I will know that this is the answer. But you can do it the way you prefer. Now let's see next one. We have the following inequality. So we can use in either method. I'm going to start with the point. Well, based on the formula, we know that the slope is going to be negative 3, and the point will be negative 1, comma 2. So I'm going to negative 1, comma 2, and I'm going to I'm going to make a slope of negative 3, which is rise over run. So rise of 1, 2, 3, run. Then 1, 2, 3, run. 1, 2, 3, run. And then 1, 2, 3, run. 1, 2, 3, run. So that's basically our equation. We join the points. That's the line we're looking for. Yep, that's basically it. Now the other way is just the one we already know. So y minus 2 greater. Oh, wait. I made a mistake here because as you can see, it is greater than. It doesn't have an equal. So we need to use, we cannot use a continuous line. So this right here would be the appropriate graph. Yep. Now we are looking for something that is greater than, so we know this is the size we're going to use. And yeah, that's our answer. But to explain with the other way, with the y equal mx plus b, we just need to say, okay, y minus 2 greater than, negative 2 times x is negative 3x, negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Now we add 2 in both sides, and I get y greater than negative 3 minus 1. And as you can see here, minus 1 was indeed our y-intercept. And we use the point 1 comma 2, which is right here. So using both methods, we get the answer. Now I think I do this last one. Let's see. Miriam has a goal of scoring at least 24 points in a basketball game. So it needs to be at least, so it needs to be 24 or greater. 24 or greater. It's to be greater than 24 or equal to 24. So this is the sign we're looking for. Now, if x is the number of 2 points shot, so x equals 2 points, and y is the number of 3 points, so y equals 3 points, which inequality represents the situation. So as you can see here, x go with 2 and y with 3, so this is not what we're looking for. And now, we're looking for at least 24, so it needs to be greater than or equal to 24. So this is, this is now we're looking for, and this is our answer. Now, which graph represents the situation? So what I would do is convert to the way we already know. So we have 2 2x plus 3y equal 24. Oh wait, greater than or equal 24. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. I get 3y greater than or equal than negative 2x plus 24. And I'm going to divide by 3 both sides. So I get that y greater than or equal negative 2x over 3. And then 24 divided by 3 is 8, so plus 8. First, I'm going to say that the y-intercept is 8, so this is not my answer and this is not my answer. We're looking for a y-intercept of 8. And now I say that it needs to be greater than or equal. Oh, as you can see, the slope is it is indeed in both cases negative 2, right? Negative 2. Oh, we're wrong. 1, 2, 3. 3. And in this case, it's the same. So, negative 2, 1, 2, 3. 3. Now, the only difference is that we need at least 24 points, so it needs to be greater than or equal. So, the only that shows greater values is this one, 8. Because this one only shows short, lesser values that we don't need. So A is our answer. Yep, that's basically it for today. I hope you guys had great holidays. Christmas is right over the door. So that's all. See you next week. Bye.